Yeah, he was good. It's always good talking to him.
Caleb, Coach Brown and Coach Lovius, they talked a lot about some of the early down rushing issues that Coach Long has actually addressed the last few weeks. What is the issue there from a running back standpoint, and how can you guys improve your efficiency in early down rushing?
I feel like just getting more downhill and just kind of reading the blocks better. Lovon's doing a really good job of just kind of making the way for us, but I think we just got to see it better and just get better from there.
Are you saying it's a little bit more maybe a running back thing, or?
Just kind of a little bit of everything right now, but like we just gotta just kind of trust them and them trust us, and then eventually it'll work itself out.
What's it been like kind of emotionally? Because you guys have popped a lot of explosive plays in the run game, but then also Coach Brown has mentioned, there'll be losses here or no games, or how has it been just trying to manage that?
Coach Moore talked about that. Just kind of, I think that some of the explosive runs covered up the inconsistencies on like the early downs. So I think we just got to be more consistent on early downs and just kind of figuring everything out. And I think we'll be a lot better if we can do that.
What's the competition been like between you and Amarion and DJ trying to vie for that starting role? Because it seems like every game that you get a little bit of different taste for running backs.
It's been great. Just learning off of each other, learning from DJ, learning from Amarion, and then learning from me, and just kind of just getting to know those guys and George too. They're all great backs, and just playing quarterback at high school, they helped me a lot with everything. So the British, but just learning from each other. That's all going to work itself out eventually.
What is it? I mean, is there a little bit of competition? Like
yeah,
trying to be better than the person in practice?
It's just fun that we're all cool. Everything it's all cool with us.
Caleb, along those lines, how do you think you went about winning the job, at least for last week? Like, what did you think you did well, and why did you think they picked you to? You started both halves, not just the game. First half and second half against Virginia Tech.
I'm just trying to be consistent on everything I do. Do all the small things right, and just eventually let that take over and just kind of just do what I can to help the team win.
Caleb, how much do you miss playing quarterback at all?
Sometimes you get the ball in your hands every play, but at the same time, it's still cool playing running back, and I'm happy where I'm at.
Yeah, I mean, at what point in your high school career did you realize that running back was going to be your future in that quarter?
I didn't kind of really know what I was going to do until I just got here, honestly. So I really didn't know, to be honest with you.
Did other schools recruit you as a quarterback?
Yes, sir. A few of them did, but someone just kind of recruited me as an athlete, and I just kind of figured everything out when I got there.
You were just coming here regardless of
Yes,
whatever.
that's what I wanted to do.
Does it almost feel like nitpicking, like the offense is playing so well, you're scoring a bunch of points every game, but we're talking about the running game not doing X, Y, Z. Does it almost feel like,
the Drake and the receivers, they definitely have covered up a lot of run game stuff. But at the same time, we just gotta, once we figure it out, I feel like we'll be a lot better on just helping the pass game out as well, with play action and stuff like that.
You guys are 17 for 19 in the red zone with touchdowns. Why do you think you guys have been so efficient in that area?
Play calls, honestly, and then our receivers do a great job getting open down there, and then when we get the ball down there, we're trying to do everything we can to score. And I feel like the continuity down there is a lot better than it was last year.
What is the Drake factor with that as well?
He sees everything well, and he gets it out really fast. And once he sees it, he goes with it, and then most of the time he's right. So.
As a former quarterback, is there a special appreciation you have for some of the things he can do?
Yeah. Can you kind of elaborate on that?
Pardon?
Can you elaborate on that?
Well, you were a quarterback, so you might watch him differently than a lot of other guys do. So is there an appreciation that you have for some of the unique skills that Drake has, the ceiling that he has?
Oh yeah, definitely. He's definitely really decisive and he's accurate. That's one thing that high school quarterback coach kind of taught me, just being decisive with whatever you do. You're going to make a decision, be decisive with it, and then he's really accurate. So I feel like those two things help him a lot.
What's been the wow moment for you watching him these first 5 games? Just like, what stands out when you've been like, that's pretty special?
I don't really think anything kind of stood out. Watching him play in high school, being on the other side of the field, just kind of like having to outscore him in the game is stressful. So, seeing all the things he can do, it's kind of normal, honestly. Seeing him in practice every day, it's kind of normal.
All right, so you had gotten a taste of it a little bit in high school.
Oh yeah, they kind of dialed us up in high school a little bit. So.
Was that in the playoffs, or was that you guys playing the regular season?
We played in the playoffs too. And
Y'all knocked them out, right? Or did?
they beat us the first year, and then they beat us like
Okay.
we done the second year.
You stay in touch with Coach Hill a bunch?
Yes, sir. Yeah. I did.
You guys brought back the leadership community. How's that going for
It's good. Those guys, they all work on just leadership skills and stuff like that. But at the same time, I feel like they're doing like they have like their own thing, kind of just working on leadership skills. They're like taking over us and just kind of helping us to grow as leadership. So I think they're pretty good.
Caleb, has Drake made any promises that he's not going to jump anymore for the goal line? I'm not saying he shouldn't have made any promises, but like it seems like the last one was the scariest one so far with the wing getting knocked out of him. Like he said, like, all right, I'm scared straight now. Like what?
No, he hasn't made any promises, but hopefully he won't do it again. So it's always kind of been like the same area of the field too. So
Got another divisional opponent this week. You know, you took care of Virginia Tech, and for this division here, you got another divisional game. So just talk about how the importance of going down to Miami and taking care of business again.
it's really important. Just Miami's a great team. They're athletic. They're really fast. So just coming out strong and just trying to be consistent and get a win. I mean, it's going to be big for the program. So.
Were you surprised how Middle Tennessee beat them?
Yeah, but at the same time, I mean, it's, with how everything's going right now in college football with 5th year, 6th year seniors, and 7th year seniors, there's a lot of older guys in the transfer portal. So anybody can be anybody on any given day. You just got to be ready to play. So, I mean, so it just kind of is what it is.
How will you and the other backs kind of work to get around the front the front D line for are you big, strong compared to?
Kind of just being disciplined, staying square, and just kind of trying to read it better and just not try to do too much. I mean, I feel like we've all been trying to just seeing too much and just trying to not mess up. Because we're all young, but I feel like we've all been trying to just not mess up and just trying to do extra things. And if we just kind of stay in the confines and stuff, and just kind of just do what the play gives us, and then whenever we get up stage, just kind of use our athletic ability. I feel like we'll be a lot better.
How bad did you hurt yourself on that long run at App?
It was just some soft tissue stuff. I've kind of just dealt with that a little bit here.
Right.
But I feel great now. Not gonna win, but hopefully it doesn't happen again.
This was saying, do you have any sort of thought of like, oh no, here we go again?
Yeah.
Some of the injuries you dealt with?
Yes, sir.
Caleb, have you ever had the chance to watch your dad play on film? And do you feel like you're a similar athlete to him at all?
I haven't like watched him, but I've seen like videos and stuff. I know my brother like put up his worst highlights sometimes and just show it to us, and we like kind of laugh at him. My dad would get mad, but other than that, I haven't really watched it a lot. But Coach Blau said he was pretty good. So.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, I guess he was a big influence on you playing football, but was he sort of like a coach for you coming up? Or,
Yes, sir.
was he real involved with it?
He was really involved. He actually made like his own training like facility and stuff like that. So, and then just started training kids from my hometown, and he just kind of worked on me and my brother my whole life. So that was good. He was always just kind of part of that, and he coached like every team I had growing up in my mom. So.
And did you grow up in Rockingham, or did you guys move there, or were you?
I was born in Chapel Hill, and then I moved to Rockingham when I was in kindergarten.
Yeah.
You probably coached your dad.
You know, I covered him when he was a freshman. I remember you guys played Scotland, at Scotland when you were a freshman, and I didn't really know who you were. You threw like a 60-yard pass down the field. I was going, you guys might be pretty good.
Some of us were in school with his dad.
Oh, I covered.
Thanks, man.